unfortunately, Sportsters had to end up on the losing side, so they've lost their first game. So today afternoon, you got to win this one to stay in contention. Quite an important game coming up. To my right is the captain of Indiana Paints team. That's Japsi. Japsi, you are opening your campaign. All the very best. It's toss time. Who's going to be taking that call first? To flip the coin, it's going to be Sportsters, Indiana Paints to take the call. Heads is the call from Japsi, and it lands. It lands heads. Japsi, quite an important match. You've won the toss. What's your call? Why? So and what's the sense of excitement in your camp?
So we'll field first to goal. It's a new team. We want the combination to be set. So next 1.5 hours will allow us to kind of get settled down. And I think the weather is still okay. Restrict them to us. Okay, we should call a total. And hopefully the team can check out.
Warmest of warm welcome to the Smdl family, and here's wishing you the very best. May you have a good game. This is almost a do-or-die situation. In spite of having played some good cricket yesterday, you all ended up on the losing side. So you got to win this one, open your account with those 2 important points. You're going to batting first, and what's the score you want to be put up on the board?
I don't know, we'll have to see the wicket depending on the first 2 overs and then decide what the score should be. But it's a new team, we're getting used to each other. It's bound to happen for the game.
So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the news from the center is Indiana Paints team have won the toss and they've inserted Sportsters in. So that's the news from the center. We connect with live action in the next 15 minutes. Thank you. Hello, 1, 2, 3. Good afternoon and the warmest of warm welcome to match number 3 of the South Mumbai Dads League Season 2. It's Sportsters versus Indiana Paints team. Indiana Paints team, having won the toss, have decided to bowl first. It's going to be Shamin to be bowling from the com box, and the man on strike, that's Umesh Mehra, straight away goes fishing outside the off stump to the very first delivery that he faces. Indiana Paints team, that's the new entrant, the third new entrant to this year's South Mumbai Dads League. The two debutant teams played that first match yesterday, and the third debutant team, that is the Indiana Paints team, playing their first match. Team Sportsters playing their second match. They've lost the first round robin league match, and quite an important one. This match is for Team Sportsters. Nicely getting on the top of that one, steering the ball into the wicket, back for the point area for the first boundary of match number 3. That comes off the blade of Umesh Mehra. Yes, day number 2, we've got 2 matches to be played. The match underway, Sportsters versus Indiana Paints team. The match after this, the evening match, Antique Friends and the Alliance Cricket Club. The very experienced Shamin bowling for the Indiana Paints team, and he's been handed over that big responsibility of making that early inroad. Getting some good shape on the ball. Is making the ball move away from the right-handed batsman. Not looking to play with a dead bat, looking to play on the rise and a good free flow of the bat. Playing with a high elbow, that's Punit Mehra. Oh, he takes the aerial route. That was straight into his lap. How on earth can you miss that catch? Creating that opportunity, but goes air-begging. Punit Mehra lucky to be still there at the wicket. That is one of his pet areas. He likes to target that area between point and backward of point. Getting some late movement, and the shape on that new ball is spot on. He's looking well settled. He's bowling into that middle and off stump, making the ball move away from the batsman just a little bit. He's bowling those length deliveries. Once again he goes aerial, and this time that's an easy catch. The first wicket down, that's quite an early bird. In spite of getting in life earlier in the over, he could not capitalize on it, and the big fish in the net. Punit Mehra is on his way back to the pavilion. Shamin Karbari gets that first wicket. That's an early bird, exactly what the doctor ordered. Winning the toss, and Indiana Paints team bowling first. They've got that big wicket in the very first over. The captain Punit on his way back to the pavilion. It's going to be Amol to be sharing the new ball with Shamin from the Combox end. And the man on strike, the new man in, that's Sumit Gupta. Having taken that early bird, they will be all pumped up to now make one more inroad. Just what the doctor ordered, winning the toss and bowling first. They've picked up that wicket of Punit. Captain Cool back in the pavilion, and in comes Sumit Gupta now. Left arm around the wicket, the first delivery spot on and well negated as well, offering the full face of the bat. First 2-3 overs, I'm sure that both these batters will be looking to gauge the wicket as to how it behaves and then accordingly set up their whole game. Well flighted, and that's a strong shout. That's the big shout. No hesitation whatsoever, and Sumit will have to take that sorry walker back to the pavilion. In fact, it's Jitendra Diwan who is on his way back to the pavilion. 2 wickets in 2 overs. The opening pair is back in the herd, so that's a huge setback for team Sportsters. Sportsters have lost their first round-robin league match yesterday, and this match they have to win to stay in contention. Early days in the match, but yes, exactly what the doctor ordered. That's the kind of a start that the bowling team has had. Indian Paints team making a debut in this second edition of the South Mumbai Dads League, and they are off to a flying start. Not such an auspicious start here for team Sportsters. They have lost 2 wickets for just 4 runs on the board. It's time for some redemption, time for some resurrection. Time to stay at the wicket and forge a partnership out here. Team Sportsters will have to show some great character from here on. One more corner of the team, that's Ryan Rodrigues arrives to the center pitch. He's bowling that fuller length. Amol Saraf, one of the most experienced bowlers in the camp of Indian Paints team, and if Indian Paints team have to move forward in the campaign positively, this man will have to be the kingpin bowler, Amol Saraf. Definitely great value addition to Indian Paints team. Both these batters now, Ryan Rodrigues and Sumit Gupta, will have to put a price on their wicket. And that was the arm ball, bowling from a little corner of the crease. No turn in that one, the ball just going in with the arm. It's got quite a few variations up his sleeve, and he cannot afford to be a one pony trick. Oh, that's maybe one more chance. We'll have to wait and watch. Could be a very costly miss. That was the dolliest of a dolly catch, that in spite of that the fielder grasses it. The score at the end of 2 overs is 5 for 2. Now Shamin continues. He will be confident as he moves ahead in his spell, having taken that wicket earlier in that first over. The 2 new ball bowlers both have tasted success in the very first over. The opening pair for Team Sportsters is back in the pavilion. Having won the toss, the debutant team, Indian Paints team, have decided to bowl first, and they are off to almost a dream start. The back of length delivery, not much conviction in that appeal, only enthusiasm. He's struck a good rhythm straight away, courtesy that wicket he got in the earlier over. So he's bowling with that confidence. Just look at that channel that he's bowling into. Pitching the ball in the business area, getting the ball to shape away from the right-handed batsman. Almost falling into the trap there. The man on strike, that is Jitendra Diwan. Sportsters is back in the pavilion. They've lost 3 early wickets. In comes now Umesh Mehra at the number 5 spot. Quite early in the match, 3 wickets are down. The corner of the team, Ryan Rodrigues, is on his way back to the pavilion. The new man in Umesh Mehra comes in place of Ryan Rodrigues. He too is one of the co-owners of the team. They are in the doldrums at the start of this innings. And bowling with their tail up, that is Shamin and Amol Saraf. What an exciting start here. Just what the doctor ordered for Indian Paints team. Just look at the inroads that they've made so early in this innings. End of one more successful over from Shamin Karbari. Three overs gone, and with only a few runs on the board, they've already lost 3 wickets. Amol Saraf will continue to be bowling from the combox end. He too has picked up a wicket in the first over that he bowled, and he's about to get his second over started with. Looking to bowl into that block hole that turned out to be a full toss, driven downtown into that mid-up position for a single. With that single, the score now on to 8 for 3. That single gets the new man Umesh Mehra on strike. What a shout, but no, says the umpire. He played for the turn, and that ball held on to its line because he had angled the ball into the right-handed batsman. That would have gone maybe down the leg side, and that is why that appeal was shown no interest by the main umpire. Quite an intelligent bowler, and Amol Saraf still remains to be a keen student of the game, putting a lot of positive thought process into his bowling. He's got the required variations. He's not the one who will fall into that stereotypes category. This time the back in length delivery, slow turn there, putting the ball into that back on the point area. 9 for 3 at the moment. We are into over number 4. Amol Saraf bowling that second over of his. Shamin Karbari has bowled 2 overs and is picked up 2 wickets. Oh, that's a strong appeal, and yes, the body language of the batsman really, that was almost like surrendering to the fact that he had indeed nicked that delivery. So on his way back to the pavilion is Sumit Gupta, and in comes Rishikesh Shah, the new man in at the crucial number 6 spot. We are only into the 4th over, not the end of the 4th over yet, and 4 wickets down for team Sportsters. Wickets are falling like 9 pins. Even before the end of the 4th over, the 4 top order batters are back in the hut for team Sportsters. That's a horrendous start for team Sportsters. Test of character. It's Rishikesh Shah. He's the bowling all-rounder for the team, and now he's got to do the job with the bat. He's got to play like a proper batsman. He will have to exhibit some orthodox cricket now. The experience definitely is there with Rishikesh. Although he would not have expected to come into bat so early in the innings. But as a professional player with somebody who always keeps his professional hat on, he'll have to take that into his stride and just look to fight back. They need to weather the storm out here. This man is on a roll. Just look at the exciting start. Both the new ball bowlers, they have bowled 2 overs each, and they've already picked up 2 wickets each as well. 1 more ball to go in this second over from Amol Saraf. The man on strike, Rishikesh Shah. Clean bowled him. He picks up his 3rd wicket. Half the team back in the pavilion. Can you believe it? A little circumspect, a little tentative. This is indeed a dream start. This is absolutely unbelievable cricket here. 5 wickets down at the end of 4 overs. Just look at the figures out there. 9 for 4. 9 for 5. That's unbelievable. To replace Rishikesh Shah, one more kingpin bowler for team Sportsters arrives to bat at the centre pitch, and that is Jitendra Singh. He will be giving company to Umesh Mehra. The score at the end of 4 overs, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is 9 for 5. The warmest of warm welcome to everybody connected with this event on YouTube. On behalf of Zoota, a warm welcome to all of you. Shamin will continue, although a switch in ends for him. His first 2 overs have gone for only 6 runs and he's picked up 2 wickets. Let's have a look at the dynamics of Amol Saraf's spell so far. 2 overs is considered only 3 runs and he's picked up 3 wickets as well. What a terrific spell by Amol Saraf. He's bowled only 2 overs, but he's inflicted so much of damage on team Sportsters, having picked up those 3 wickets. Looking down the barrel of the gun, that's team Sportsters. They are in dire straits. Somebody will have to bail the team out of trouble. A big time crisis situation has kind of emerged for team Sportsters. On the other hand, a dream start, a very auspicious start for team Indiana Paints, playing their first match of the tournament. They are the debutants. Even Sportsters is a new entrant, and yesterday the team that won the first match, Antique Friends, that too was the new entrant team. The Mool mantra for team Sportsters will be to weather the storm. Just keep treating the bowling on its merit without any doubt, without any further hiccup. They need to build a partnership. The aim is to now get to the drinks interval without any further loss of wicket. It's going to be a very tough ask. Team Sportsters will definitely have to grab that last ounce of the fuel in the reserve tank to make a match out of this. They're bowling an attacking line or length. They're not looking to contain the batsman. They're bowling with a very positive intent. They're bowling a very aggressive line and length, and the intention is to pick up wickets, make early inroads. They've already picked up 5 wickets. The back of length delivery, just look at the way it darted away from the batsman. A little bit of an oddish bounce as well in that delivery, but nicely negated as he played that delivery with soft hands into the ground. Welcome to day number 2 of the South Mumbai Dads League Season 2. One of the most awaited events on the calendar of Zoota. A certain buzz in the air as the SMDL Season 2 got off to a great start yesterday. Certain buzz in the air. There's no doubt about it. Very well bowled. That delivery almost opened up the batsman. Jitendra Singh is relatively new to the wicket. The score at the end of 5 overs is 13 for 5. Half the team is cooling the heels in the pavilion with only 13 runs on the board. Amol Saraf continues. He's at the top of his game, bowling with his tail up. He's already picked up 3 wickets. This is just the start of the 3rd over for Amol Saraf in this very crucial spell. Left arm round the wicket, switching ends for him. This is quite a tall man, Jitendra, and getting that big front foot forward. Looking to get to the pitch of the delivery to smother the movement there, smother the spin there. Time to show some champion character, Team Sportsters. Time for Team Sportsters to let everybody know what they are made up of. The only way they can claw their way back into the match is by exhibiting some steely nerves, some very sound temperament, and that self-belief. The most important thing that they got to hold on to is the self-belief. It's going to be a very tough needle to thread to make a comeback, but they got to give it their best shot. That's Akshay Borkar in that point area. He was looking to target that middle and leg stump. That was the arm ball. A little wavered. One extra run added to the tally to take the score to 14. Too short to be putting the batsman into any kind of a trouble. The loose delivery nicely dispatched away from side with disdain. Cracker of a boundary there to take the score to 19. Surprising with that kind of form that is in bowling those wide deliveries and down the leg side deliveries. That's not his nature. The switch in ends is maybe bothering him, and this over has been looking to bowl a little quicker to the air. Time to go back to his basics. Amol Saraf better, not afraid to flight the delivery over from Amol Saraf. The score at the end of 6 overs, it is 19 for 5. The captain of decides to bring himself into the attack. Japsy to be bowling from the far end. The man on strike, that's Umesh Mehra, one of the co-owners, and to give him company the non-striking end, that is Jitendra Singh. Match number 3, Team Sportsters versus Indiana Paints. Both the teams making their debut this season. Oh, a little bit of an oddish action, not easy to pick him up if you are playing him for the first time. What a miserly spell yesterday from Pramod Chandan for the Antique Friends. Mighty impressive as one of the key all-rounders. He spent some little time at the wicket when he batted, but as a bowler and as an outfielder, he was on the top of his game yesterday. That's Pramod Chandan for the Antique Friends. The debutant team Antique Friends goes 1 up over Team Sportsters. Team Sportsters chased down well to get to something in the region of 180 plus, although they fell well short of chasing down the target of 207. And now in this second match, wherein it's a do-or-die situation, they are in the doldrums. They are looking down the barrel of the gun. Half the team is back in the pavilion, and they have put up only 22 runs on the board. Oh, getting some good purchase of the wicket. Good seam presentation, and that is such a good channel to be bowling into. Start of the spell for Japsy. A very strong-headed character, at the same time a very level-headed character as well. Picking up the match situation and accordingly setting up his game is the unique selling point of Japsy. He always likes to be in action. Very difficult for anybody to be keeping Japsi away from the game. Wants to be involved in the thick of things at all times. Very well played by Jitender. Just steering the ball into the gap, getting right on the top of that one. Just what the doctor ordered. '26 with half the team back in the pavilion. That's the end of the first over from Japsi. On match number 2, each team gets to play 3 round robin league matches, and this is the match number 2 for team Sportsters. Gautam Parolia now being brought into the attack from the far end. '29 for 5, 7.3 overs. The new bowler being Gautam Parolia. That's quite wide of the man in that point area. It does well to restrict the scoring to only a single. 7.4 overs, 30 for 5. Not only the wicketkeeper, but also the man in that third man area, although he was stationed very fine, he misses it, and 5 wide runs being added. Welcome runs to take the score to 35 for 5. That's a good bit of work by Akshay Borkar in that backward of point area. Getting his body behind the ball as the second line of defense. 35 for 5. The final ball coming up in over number 8. That's the change in line. The earlier deliveries were outside the off stump. That one was bang into the middle and leg stump. 8 overs, 36 for 5. Japsy continues, the captain cool for team Indiana Paints. Japsy definitely the positivity vaccine for Indiana Paints. Indiana Paints owned by Rushi Ardeshna, Jasnit Singh Bindra and Amol Saraf. Jasnit Singh, that's Japsy is the captain. The sponsor for Indiana Paints is Indiana Colors Industries Private Limited. Akshay Borkar has been kept quite busy in that area. Oh yes, he goes fishing outside the off stump, a very faint edge in it. He does not even look at the umpire. He went out of his crease to take that walk back to the pavilion on himself. The umpire had already raised his finger. What a pitch of a delivery to get that sixth wicket. 6 wickets down for Team Sportsters. He gets his first wicket, Japsy. The new man in Mehul Shah. He arrives at the wicket to give company to Umesh Mehra, who's on to a workaholic 9 of 13 balls. Umesh Mehra, definitely that last specialist batter. A couple of batters, including the likes of Mehul Shah, they can be handy batters. An uphill ask from here on, that is for Team Sportsters. 6 wickets down. They have put on only 37 runs on the board. We are into the third over, being bowled by Japsi. To the left-handed batsman is decided to bowl around the wicket, and just to look at from where he is releasing the ball to the left-handed batsman from the absolute corner of the crease, making that delivery to dart into the right hand, beg your pardon, to the left-handed batsman. Score after 9 overs is 37 for 6. The last over before the drinks interval. Gautam Parolia will continue. He's into his second over. The first over went for 10 runs. So he will be looking to make some amends. Umesh Mehra now being one of the experienced man, he will be looking to just go through to the drinks interval without any further loss of wicket. Oh, that's such a dangerous shot to be playing in this kind of a match situation. We are into the over at the stroke of the drinks interval. .38 for 6, 9.3 overs. The man station in that point area has been kept quite busy. .41 for 6 and 9.4 overs. The left-handed Mehul once again on strike, facing Parolia. The ball has just about enough wheels on it to be carried over the rope. Just what the doctor ordered. A welcome boundary being added to the tally of Team Sportsters to take the score to 45. The last ball before the drinks interval. So that is the drinks interval. The score after 10 overs is 46 for the loss of 6 wickets. Time for a break. And Japse will continue, although it's a switch in ends for him, and Umesh Mehra on strike. Playtime. The first 10 overs belonging to Indiana Paints team by a long way. He's extracting some good purchase of the wicket. So he's looking to consistently land the ball on the seam. Now can Umesh Mehra be the saving grace for Team Sportsters? He's got to play that role of the knight in the shining armor. On the back of length delivery, cramping Umesh Mehra. Even from this end, he decides to bowl around the wicket to the left-handed Mehul. Three, four bounces into the boundary fence. Just what the doctor ordered. Playing with a very positive intent. That one was the half volley, and he went a little uppish, but in the end, we might have to accept that he was in good control of that one. The ball was always going to be falling behind the wicketkeeper in that orthodox mid-off area, so no harm at all. That boundary takes the score to 50 plus on the board, 51 to be precise. The change in pace. Comfortably reaches back home. That single takes the score to 52. We are into over number 11. It's going to be Japsi, one of the co-owners of the new entrant team. That's Indiana Paints, one of the co-owners and also the captain for the team, bowling to Umesh Mehra. That was drifting into the pads, and that is nicely worked away. A good wrist work. One more boundary in this over. A little expensive in this over post the drinks interval. The score at the end of 11 overs is 56. 56 for 6 after 11 overs. A new bowler now being brought into the attack from the combox, and it's going to be Arun Madhu to be bowling. The left-handed mule on strike, 56 for 6 after 11. Spot on with his first delivery. Now adjusting his line and length to the left-hand, right-hand combination is going to be the key out here. Would have been the ideal delivery to the right-handed batsman, and it turns out to be a wide one for the left-handed batsman. One more wide, and might run away behind the wicketkeeper. 2 plus 1, so 3 wide runs added. Almost a back of the hand delivery. It's bowled a few wide deliveries in this over. That's the start of his spell. Arun Madhu. throwing his bat at it. A good free flow of the bat, playing with a high elbow. He's looking quite relaxed now, Umesh Mehra. He spent some good time at the wicket. He's faced 21 balls for his 17. Those 17 runs are punctuated with 1 boundary. And Mehul is on to 10 with the help of 2 boundaries of 11 balls. A partnership starting to assume, but it's still early to be describing this partnership as a partnership that will be the start of a comeback. Still way to go. Written all over it. No need to run for that one. That was well placed and nicely getting on the top of that one. He made a good use of the bounce there. A street smart cricketer, Mehul Shah. Now that kind of an approach, that kind of an attitude, that kind of a fighting innings will give the confidence to Umesh Mehra as well. If somebody at the other end can play like how Mehul is gathering his runs, that's going to be a big relief for team Sportsters and especially for Umesh Mehra as he can go about things in his own way then. Arun Madhu bowling from the Combox end. In fact, it is Shamit Desai. Beg your pardon, it's Shamit Desai bowling. The first delivery from Shamit Desai went for a boundary. And that's a good leave. Growing in confidence now, Mehul Shah. with this fighting partnership looking to weather the storm. The caught behind, that's a good catch, and there was in fact no appeal from the bowler, as he thought that the batsman would himself take that walk back to the pavilion. So wicket number 7 falling. Mehul on his way back to the pavilion, and in comes Dr. Bakshi. The new man arriving at the wicket is Dr. Bakshi. Now getting out at the wrong time. He was looking a little good, and we all thought that maybe a fighting partnership would start to assume now. Flattering to deceive. That's Mehul Shah. .73 for 7. Dr. Partho Bakshi, the new man in, coming in to bat at the number 9 spot. So Shamit Desai getting his man. End of a successful over from Shamin, and that's the power play indicator. Score after 13 overs, 73 for 7. The next 2 overs are going to be the power surge overs. Umesh and Partho Bakshi, the 2 batters at the wicket for Team Sportsters. Amol Saraf into his last over now, comes back for his final spell. It's been a terrific spell by Amol Saraf, picking up 3 wickets in the 3 overs that is bowled before this. He's given away only 9 runs. Is into his final over. Too short and pulled away, but that is straight to the man in that mid-wicket area at the edge of the circle. Umesh on to 20 of 24 balls, so with the help of only 1 boundary. Too short, but not able to get hold of it as he would have liked to. But in spite of that, the ball has enough gas in it to go over the boundary rope for a boundary. That boundary takes the score to 77 for 7. 777, 77 for 7. He's got the final 3 balls to be coming in his final over. Well flighted and equally well driven there. They'll have to be content with a single. That's a good backup job by the man in that mid-off position. Now Sarafa will not mind to be bowling to the new man. He will be looking to attack this new man, just to get a couple of extra men in the single saving positions and have a go at Partho Bakshi. Score after 14 overs, 78 for 7. The start of the second over for Arun Madhu is given away 8 runs in his first over. Gets the desired elevation. Nobody in that area. 1 bounce crashing into the boundary fence. Very early picking up that shot in length delivery quite early. Gets into a good position and smacks it into the mid-wicket boundary fence for a boundary. Just what the doctor ordered. With that boundary, the score now on to 82. Start of the 15th over. 5 balls left.
ब्रह्मा स्वस्य शरीर सर्वदा
that was the leg cutter as he tried to roll over his roll his fingers over the seam. Definitely a nick in that one. Definitely a very tough chance. That's straight to Japsi in the mid-off position. Of fighting 29 of 30 balls, punctuated with 3 boundaries from Umesh Mehra.
नारायणाय नमः माधवाय नमः गोविंदाय नमः विष्णवे नमः मधुसूदनामा त्रिविक्रमा नमः वमनामा शिरधरामा ऋषिकेशामा पद्मनाभा
No chances whatsoever. That is well and truly over the head of the man in the team. That's Japsi, and what a blazing six. With that six, the score now on to 88 at the end of 15 overs. 88 for 7 after 15. Getting some stick in that over. That's Arun Madhu.
सर्वे बेनमा सर्वे ब्राह्मणे बेनमा क्रम प्रधान देवता बेनमा सरस्वती नम्यादर्व कार्यार्थ देयेत विष्णु तथा वारुण नक्षत्र विष्णु व योग शरण जी चावल दे रहे वो चावल पकड़ के रखिए और उसके साथ जल पकड़ के रखिए, उसके साथ जल पकड़ के रखिए। आपको बोलने का है ममा, आपको आत्मना।
Oh, what a delivery. The batsman beaten all ends up, getting some good bounce and also got that delivery to move away from Partho Bakshi.
आपको बोलने का
The finger goes up, is been given out. So Partho Bakshi will have to take that walk back in the pavilion. Wicket number 8 falling for team Sportsters. In fact, they have taken the review. The umpire has gone upstairs into the box.
महागणाधिपते नमः आसनार्दे अक्षदान प्रभजामि श्रीमन् महागणाधिपते नमः। 4 बार बर्तन में पानी छोड़ दीजिए। पाद्यम सप्रभजामि श्रीमन् महागणाधिपते नमः। स्तयो अर्घ्यम सप्रभजामि श्रीमन् महागणाधिपते नमः। अर्घ्यान्ते आचमनीयम न प्रभजामि श्रीमन् महागणाधिपते नमः। स्नानं न प्रभजामि स्नानान्ते आचमनीयम न प्रभजामि श्रीमन् महागणाधिपते नमः। सुप्रतिष्ठितमसो श्रीमन् महागणाधिपते नमः। वस्रोपवस्त्रार्थे कार्पासवस्त्रं समर्पयामि श्रीमन् श्रीमन् महागणाधिपते नमः। विलेपनार्थे चंदनम समर्पयामि श्रीमन् महागणाधिपते नमः। सर्व अलंकारार्थे अक्षदान प्रभयामि रुद्र सिद्ध्यभ्यां नमः। आपको हल्दी कुंकुम इधर चढ़ाना है। अग्रद्रव्यम प्रभयामि अरद्रान प्रभयामि कुंकुमंज प्रभयामि श्रीमन् महा पूजार्थे ऋतुकालोद्भव यथाल पुष्पं न प्रयामि दुर्वांकुरान् प्रयामि उमापुत्राय नमः। बिल्वद्रपत्रं समर्पयामि श्रीमन् महागणाधिपते नमः। कालोद्भव पुष्पं न प्रयामि श्रीमन् महागणाधिपते नमः। धूप महागणाधिपते नमः। दीपं समर्पयामि श्रीमन् महागणाधिपते नमः। नैवेद्य समानाय ब्रह्मण मननमा नैवेद्यम दीपानिम समर्पयामि उत्तरा पूजनं प्रयामि प्रयामि मुख प्रक्षालन प्रयामि आचमनीयं श्रीमन् महागणाधिपते नमः करोद्वर्धनार्थे चन्दनं समर्पयामि.
Umesh Shamir on to 35 of 33 balls with the help of 3 boundaries and 1 6. That's a terrific shot. The shot of the match so far that really comes off the blade of Umesh Mehra. Played with such a great intent, almost walking into that shot, getting to the pitch of the delivery, converting that one into a half volley and putting it away. One had a feeling that that was the premeditated shot, as if he had made up his mind quite early. That was the last delivery, and that is why that kind of an intent from Umesh Mehra, looking to keep the strike for himself. The score after 16 overs, that is 94 for 8. Into the attack. Nobody inside the circle in that catching position. They easily collect that second run. With that couple, the score now on to 96. Umesh on to 42 of 36 balls. Drifting down the leg side. He almost got into the picture perfect position to tong that ball over the square leg area, missing the line. The saving grace with his fighting innings, that's Umesh Mehra for Sportsters. One more fine shot and will get the desired result. That boundary takes the score 200 runs up on the board for Team Sportsters. Something to cheer about.
Amrita. So
100 for 8. Not wanting to take that run. 100 for 8. 16.5 overs. Exactly 100 for 8. Putting the ball into that whitish mid-on area. The score after 17 overs, 101 for 8. Umesh Mehra definitely close to his best version. The only man among some useful runs. The rest of the batting lineup really caved in very meekly, and that is exactly why Team Sportsters is once again looking down the barrel of the gun in a very commanding position at this stage. That is Team Indiana Paints winning the toss and wanting to bowl first. They are in the driver's seat. The final 18 balls coming up. 101 for 8. The man on strike, Umesh Mehra, on to 47 of 41. Over that scorching boundary, that is the half century for Umesh Mehra. He is on to 51 of 42 balls. The half century for Umesh. The team moves on to 105. Definitely the only saving grace. But will this effort be enough to stop the juggernaut of Team Indiana Paints? That only time will tell. Oh, clean bowled him. It's clean bowled. Through with the shot a little early. The ball arriving quite late. That came into the stumps. A bit of a surprise there. 9 wickets down for 105. 17.2 overs. "105. So the team is all out. 106 to win the match for Team Indiana Paints as they come back to chase down the total. Time for a break. Indiana Paints, it
Mahaganapati
is
Priyadamba.
107 runs to win the match. The opening pair of Japsi, the captain, and the co-owner, and Vidyut Soda.
सर्वेश
It's going to be Rishikesh Shah to operate with the new ball from the far end.
सुमनामृता
Defending a
चार
smallish target, they have to be spot on with their bowling, and the fielders will have to put in more than 100% here.
अत्र गायत्री सावित्री अंदे बोटे करत दाम आयांतो देवपूजा
Quite an attacking field set. A man stationed in that first slip. The stock delivery for Rishikesh will always take the new ball away from the right-handed batsman. Is that is most effective with the new ball. That's Rishikesh. Having come out to bat for the first time in this tournament, there will be some nervousness in the stomach, collie wobbles.
द्वारम सायुधम शयक्तिम आवाहयामि
Rishikesh will not offer any kind of extra pace for the batsman to work him around with the big shots. So they'll not be getting the pace that they kind of relish. Japsi and Vidyut are the two openers. Still early days in the second half, but what is obvious at this stage is the ball is not coming onto the bat. It's kind of stopping a little and then coming onto the bat. So the batsman will have to check his shot. He'll have to wait for the ball to arrive to him. Oh, that is the first man gone. Just look at the attacking field. That's the only way that they can defend this smallish target. They'll have to take their chances. They'll have to gamble a bit. Looking to put the foot on the pedal, playing it on the rise, not able to keep the ball down. And in the bargain, Japsi takes that sorry walk back to the pavilion quite early. So the first blood has been drawn by Rishikesh. The big fish in the net. That's Arun Madhu, one of the kingpin players for Team Indiana Paints. For the first time in this event, it's going to be Vidyut Soda to play that first delivery. He's going to be playing his first delivery. Rishikesh will be bowling with his tail up, will be on a very high after having picked up that early bird in the form of Japsi. The captain cool back in the pavilion without having troubled the scorers. Covering all his bases to kind of smother that shape. Oh, that's a good effort, but that goes in vain. Now, has the ball enough? Wills on it to go over the rope? Yes, it has. So the first boundary for Vidyut is up and away with that boundary. There was some room on offer and he went after it. The score at the end of the first over is 6 for 1. Quite an interesting start here. Defending a score of 106. They have picked up that early wicket. Only way that they can stay in contention is to keep up picking wickets at regular intervals. It's going to be Jitendra to be bowling now from the far end to share the new ball with Rishikesh. Jitendra has been brought in. What a shot by Arun Madhu. This is exactly how he plays. He's known for his attacking style of play. Arun Madhu is the kind of batsman who will not take things lying down. Quite a proactive cricketer. He likes to take charge of the game. A naturally gifted player, one of the key links in the lineup of Team Indiana Paints. If Indiana Paints have to have a good campaign, this man will have to be among some runs and wickets also. Now Jitendra will have to be at his vintage best. He'll have to be the best version of himself as a bowler, Jitendra. The last night he picked up 2 wickets in 2 balls. Just look at the stockily built Vidyut. Quite a strong man. He's got so much of muscle over him. So when he hits the ball, it's going to be traveling a long way. The ball keeping a little low. That's Jitendra Singh bowling from the far end, sharing the new ball with Rishikesh. Very nicely judged the single. Although he was on the back foot, it would have taken him some extra time to recover and get off the blocks, but very well judged. Arun and Vidyut will be looking to spend some quality time at the wicket. Of course, it's paramount that they get to the winning score. That's the target in some quick time, so that the net run rate goes zooming up. But also they got to make sure that they comfortably go past the winning post. Some cricket still left in this second innings. Only 106 runs to win the match. They've already knocked off 12 of those 106 runs. Protection in the tip. That's a Mehul Shah in that backward of point area. In fact, the deepish point area, sweeper point. Not backward of point. That is the perfect sweeper point position. Oh, what a shot. That is a belter of a shot. When he hits the ball indeed stays hit. That's Vidyut. One more scorching boundary. That is easy meet, and if you keep bowling to both these batters in those areas, you're not going to be spared. Score at the end of 2 overs, more than a decent 17 for 1. A delivery that should have been played on the front foot. He stayed rooted to his crease, and that is why he missed the connection there. Almost a nothing shot. It will be a treat to watch Arun Madhu. He can be a picture of all grace and poise. On the other hand, the job of Vidyut is to play the anchor role, and in that bargain, if he gets those loose deliveries, his job is to put those loose deliveries away for some big runs. But Vidyut will not be looking to manufacture shots that really aren't there. His job is to just treat the bowling on its merit. But he too is a little aggressive in nature. But till the time Arun Madhu is at the wicket, I doubt whether he will take his chances. That is exactly what you call playing with an intent. It was not just an ordinary defensive push, it was played with an intent. It went racing into the hands of Umesh Mehra in that single saving position. Extra cover region, inside the circle. Just giving it the direction too wide. In fact, at the very last moment decided to put back to ball. That single takes the score to 18. The chip shot, a couple of bounces to the man in the deep. Well bowled and well played at the very last moment, checking his shot. Very smartly played. He waited for the ball to arrive onto him, and at the most opportune time, he opened the face of the bat. The best part of that shot was the way he went out to meet the ball. A touch of class, deft touch in that shot, fetching himself a very confident boundary. Up and away Arun Madhu. He's got that sound temperament to back his technique. The technique and temperament have to be in a good marriage. Oh, managing to take the outside nick, but the man in that third man area has given up the chase quite early. That was a pitch of a delivery. The moral victory to Rishikesh, but the boundary goes to the credit of Arun Madhu. End of the over from Rishikesh. End of 3 overs, 28 for 1. In spite of that early bird, they are moving ahead at a very good pace. 3 overs, 28. In comes Mehul from the far end. A spinner brought quite early. A good bit of work by Rishikesh in that backward point area. They pick up a single. At the moment, the camp of team Indian Upins is looking quite relaxed. Although they lost Japsi for hardly anything on the board, but in spite of that, they are moving ahead at a fair clip. Fetching the ball from outside the off stump and depositing it into that wideish mid-on area. The batters will have to be content with the single. Now this partnership is looking quite decent. It's both the batsmen moving ahead with a purpose. And the purpose at the moment is to make sure that they do not spare the loose deliveries. If the ball is there to be hit, they will play the shots. They are offering the full face of the bat to the good deliveries, although they're not playing the good deliveries with a dead bat. They're just looking to push, tap and run. Too full in length, and that loose delivery gets the treatment that it deserved. It was almost begging to be hit away, and the big man obliges. That is easy meat, easy pickings. This kind of bowling is not going to be helping the cause of team Sportsters. It's a do or die situation. They have their back up against the wall. Vidyut moves on to the 15 of 8 balls. The scoreline is 35 for 1. 71 are required. 71 more. Too wide. Make it 70 to win from here on. 70 runs required in 16.3 overs with the 9 wickets in hand. Although he wanted to give all of us the feeling that he had left the delivery, in fact, the truth is that he played the shot. No room for error. No way that you can be gifting away this kind of runs. Defending a smallish target. You want the pressure to be going from both the ends. That went in quick time to Rishikesh. Rishikesh having a word or two with Vidyut. Vidyut is not going to be taking the bait. He has to offer a wry smile. Yeah, the teams share a great camaraderie as they played so much of cricket together over the last 5 to 6 seasons. End of the over from Mehul Shah. He gave away 9 runs in that over. 37 runs with the loss of 1 wicket after 4 overs. The current run rate is more than 9 in over. He did the job with the bat. That was a very fighting half century from Umesh Mehra. And now he comes in with the ball in his hand and the need of the hour. Once again, some magic out here. Oh, what a terrific shot. Just look at the range of shots that this man possesses. That was a loosener. There was room on offer and he spanks it away for a boundary. The game plan from Indiana Paints has been spot on. In spite of having lost that early wicket, they have stuck to their game plan A. Oh, what a terrific shot. He's such a strong man, so much of muscle over him, and when he hits the ball, it's going to be traveling a long distance. That is up and over a long way. That's the first six of the tournament coming off the blade of Vidyut. Now this is good cricket. Tap and run. He seems to be wanting to play that big innings. Dr. Partho Bakshi now being brought into the attack. One of the most passionate cricketers on exhibition, Partho Bakshi. Quite an interesting character, Partho Bakshi. "50 runs up on the board for Indiana Paints team. 50 up on the board in the quickest of quick time. Relaxed and smiling faces in the camp of Team Indiana Paints, and why not? The carpet cover drive that raced into the hands of the man stationed at the edge of the circle, not wanting to take a risky run. Never run to a misfield is the wise old saying. That goes into the gap. That has kept the two men interested. Rishikesh cannot get there. He gives up that chase quite early. The back of length delivery, ample time for somebody as good as Arun Madhu to stand tall and put the ball into the gap. Exquisite timing as well. He's at the top of his game. He's starting to look dangerous now. And Arun Madhu in this kind of a form so early in the tournament is the good news for Indiana Paints. The second boundary on the trot. Just look at the body language of Partho Bakshi. That tells you the story. A 58 for 1. We are into over number 6. Decides to come in round the wicket, angling the ball across Madhu. Ample time for Madhu to steer the ball into the vacant third man area. Easily collecting a couple. That couple takes the score to 60. Oh, just look at the shot. Super shot. What a cricket shot. A minimum effort and the desired result. .64 with that boundary at the end of 6 overs. 64. They are moving ahead at a run rate of more than 10 and over.
गाठ तरी बघते. कथा कविता सागर सरिता पांडुरंगांचे नाव घेते सुबकच्या पुण्यवचनाकरिता.
That was a little too far away from the man in that square leg area. Happy with the single and not ready to go for the second run, Arun Madhu. It's looking so relaxed now, Arun. And yes, you got to give a lot of credit to Vidyut for his approach, his attitude, the way he's going about this run chase. is holding fort at one end brilliantly, and at the same time is making sure that the scoreboard is also kept ticking very smartly. It's been a very smart cricket on exhibition by Team Indiana Paints. The new bowler, Jitendra Diwan. You can watch Jitendra Diwan playing all those organized cricket events, the professional events, a regular feature at most of the cricket events in Mumbai. Oh, that should have been taken. That should have been taken. He was already on the defensive when he got into a position to catch it, and that is where he lost the plot. Predominantly a front foot player is what Arun Madhu is. Predominantly. End of that first over from Jitendra Diwan. The scoreline is 68 at the end of 7 overs. Introduced into the attack is Nikhil Khandelwal now from the Combox end. At the moment, Indiana Paints is on cruise mode. Unless they do something out of the extraordinary here, unless they produce a miracle, a couple of magic moments, it's going to be a very, very difficult ask for a team Sportsters to stay in contention. They're not offering any chances here, both Arun and Vidyu. They're playing so correct cricket. Walking away, so that's the complete dead ball. Spot on. That goes over the ropes a long way. That was the length delivery. Wasn't the rank bad ball. Just converting that good delivery into bad one and putting it away out of the ground. That's Arun Madhu for all of us. He's on to a very enterprising 44 of 21 balls. Up and away Arun Madhu. Definitely the kingpin player in the lineup of Indiana Paints. They require another 32 to win this one comfortably. Make it 31 now with that wide run. 31 required with 9 wickets in hand. Not just enough time to get there, ample time. The finger goes up for once. He was caught on the wrong foot. That might have crashed into the middle and leg stump. Have a feeling that he might have rolled his fingers over the seam, and that is why the ball arrived a little late to Arun. He was through with his shot. After a very enterprising innings of 44 runs, he is on his way back to the pavilion. Just look at the strike rate, exactly 200. That was a very business-like innings from Arun Madhu, absolutely chanceless and very ably supported by Vidyut. Vidyut is still put at the wicket, Vidyut Soda.
हॅलो सर्वांना नम्र निवेदन आहे की ग्राउंड फ्लोअरला सगळं नाश्ता वेलकम ड्रिंक्स वगैरे सगळं खाली आहे, तर कृपा करून चहा नाश्ता किंवा कॉफी स्नॅक घ्यायला असेल तर कृपा करून खाली जावं सगळ्यांनी.
Khandelwal has managed to pick up a wicket in his first over. 2 wickets down. Overcommitting himself a little too early there, getting onto the front foot even before the ball could come out of the hands of Nikhil. Now that will be the wide one. The new man Charles Sam.
हॅलो सर्वांनी तळमजल्याला एंट्रन्सच्या समोरच आहे सगळा हा व्यवहार, तर कृपा करून सगळ्यांनी खाली चहा नाश्ता करून वरती यावं पुन्हा.
Score at the end of 8 overs. He's indeed shown some good character with youth. He's coming to bat for the first time in this tournament. Not a bad way to start your campaign. Being one of the key links in the batting lineup of Team Indian Paints. It's some good quality time that is spending at the wicket. That's the good news for Indian Paints. That loose delivery dismissed out of sight with disdain. Runs coming in thick and fast. On an absolute cruise mode is what Indian Paints is moving ahead with. A little uppish, but in no harm. He was in reasonable control of that shot. End of the over. Oh, that is the rank half-pitch delivery that goes out of the ground. Charles Sam pouncing onto that loose delivery. With that six, the score now on to 93. They require another 13 runs to win this match. Only 13 more is what they want to register a very emphatic victory. Now this man seems to be in a hurry to finish off the match. 10 runs off the first two balls. 97. 9 to win. 9 more to win. That will be one more boundary. That will really seal the fate. Just going to the formalities. The match is headed only in one direction. Your guess is as good as mine. That's going to be a very emphatic victory. Exactly what the doctor ordered for Indian Paints as they open the campaign. That will really be that big morale booster. 101. Oh, the scores are level with that boundary. The scores are level. Congratulations to Team Indiana Paints for having opened their campaign with such a terrific victory. Hard luck for Team Sportsters. They were totally outplayed in all the three departments, and the job is cut out for Team Sportsters now, having lost their 2 league matches. One more league match to come. They'll have to hope against hope that they kind of make a comeback. Congratulations to Team Indiana Paints for that terrific victory. To the post-match presentation as match number 3 comes to an end. That was the match between the two debutant teams, Sportsters and Indian Paints. Emphatic victory for Indian Paints, and the job is now cut out for team Sportsters. They are looking down the barrel of the gun. We have that star of the match to be given, and the star of the match will always go to a player from the losing side. So requesting Japsi to please come forward and hand over the Star of the Match award. Once again tonight, Star of the Match goes to Umesh Mehra, 51 runs. He's playing well, but I guess quite a few other star players need to kind of step up their game. Congratulations for that wonderful fighting knock of 51 runs. Well done, Umesh. And now may I request the captain of Team Sportsters to step forward and hand over the Man of the Match award. He gets a voucher on behalf of TrueFit and Hill. One service voucher to the star of the match. The man of the match will get a gift voucher, a medal. The man of the match award goes to Amol Saraf for 3 wickets in 14 runs. He gets a medal, 2 services voucher from TrueFit and Hill, and also 1 player of the match voucher on behalf of Somnia Weiss. Congratulations, so well done. He picked up 3 wickets, having given away only 14 runs. That's the man of the match award winner. Congratulations, well done. And in the next a few minutes, exactly 7 on the dot, we're going to be having the toss of match number 4. Antique Friends, the winning team yesterday, and Alliance Cricket Club as they open their campaign tonight. Thank you.